You already know what it is. It's Bodega Babies.
Hey, what's good people? Welcome back to the Bodega Babies Podcast. I'm your host with the most, and I go by the name Melly. I'm sitting with my boy Dillian, and we have a special episode for y'all today. Firstly, we'll be going through the Premier League's proposed wage and spending anchoring, and what the PFA has to say about that. Then we'll be giving you our top 10 preliminary predictions. Some will be hit, some will be missed. And later on in the episode, we'll be joined by a special guest who's an old friend of mine who is in sports law and works for Real Madrid. We got a special one for you today. So stay tuned. Let's get into the episode. Y'all will talk later.
Yo.
But how you doing, bro? You good?
You already know it's big deal.
You good?
Yes, sir. I'm okay. I'm exhausted.
I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. I tuned into to hate watch after 90 minutes to Nigeria versus Gabon. I was like, what?
Nigeria boy, the carry last. You already know.
Yeah, but I was really surprised at the misses and the chances they were just you're wasted. Because when I tuned in, I already saw the headlines. I was like, what's going on?
Well,
and then I went to head watch and
I
then
told you, I don't know if it was you I was telling, but I feel like they just brought me into this life to just stress my life.
Yeah, you did say that a couple of weeks ago.
Manchester United and Nigeria, bro, they don't make things easy, bro. Just play the boring game and win easily. Nah, they want to have this
to go the hard way around, bro. No easy life for you.
They want to make this whole Marvel script, man. But that's the thing, though. That's what makes it fun, though. That's the ambience, the oomph, the thing that just makes you stress. Yeah. By the end of the day, they get the 3 points or else to the final playoff. And so, excited. We're playing against Congo, I believe, because...
I forgot it's the playoffs. Yeah. So you're not even qualified yet.
No, not yet, bro.
You could
we
be
gotta
out,
win Congo to be able to qualify. Hey, man,
stressful life.
That's what makes the script interesting, man.
But how's the international week been?
Bro, it's boring. I'm not gonna lie. Man.
Yeah. I mean, it's boring, but out of all the seasons I've been watching football, I welcome these ones because of how much football the boys have played. So I was like, just rest, bro. Just rest.
And also with this, I feel like this international week, due to being Nigerian and whatnot, watching those games, the games are just interesting. Even the Portugal, Ireland, where Ronaldo got a red card and stuff. There's just so many interesting things going on in the game of football right now, even at the international break. Yeah. But I can't wait for Premier League to come back. It's it doesn't. We've had 4 international breaks. It's the season doesn't start until this last one, because then we go for a run until March, where there's no interruptions, and it's just maybe a few even through Christmas, bro. We're playing. Attack can just strike, bro. There's been one break after the other.
For listeners, for you who aren't living in Rome, Attack is the flipping transport company, bro. It's every other Friday they are striking, so metros ain't working, flipping. Buses, everything, bro. Thank God for dots, bro. Thank God for dots. I've been riding these limes and dots everywhere.
I still can't get that ish.
You still can't? No. Bro, can't take dot then. Or lime, one of them. You gotta, bro. I don't take the bus nowhere now. I don't wait. I look for a bike, I get a bike. This morning I went to church. I said, you know what? Let me see. I wasn't dressed to ride a bike, but I put my coat up, rode the bike. 6 minutes I was at the metro and I went down. Bro, easy stuff. I don't be waiting no more. I don't be waiting no more.
That's good.
But let's get into this, bro. I saw it earlier this week, and it really caught my eye. Okay. I was like, because when I first thought, when I saw this, I immediately went into the player's perspective. Mm-hmm. But what we're talking about, fellow listeners, is the Premier League and their proposed wage and spending anchoring. So what this would do would put away PSR. But just so that I can explain it to you. Yeah. So
there's not going to be PSR anymore if this is voted
if this proposed is voted in and the majority vote is for. But
so
let me
what
explain
is it
this.
though?
Let me explain this to you. So
Okay.
instead of PSR, the league would adopt these new rules, limiting club spending, which include the wages, the transfers, and the agent fees. So the two main mechanisms that they're going to employ for these are the SCR, which is spending cap something. I forgot.
Spending cap
No.
revenue.
Squad cost relation, like whatever's relating to the squad cost.
Okay.
So the squad related costs would be capped at the percentage of the club revenue and the proposed is 85%.
Okay.
So that's the first mechanism. The second mechanism is top to bottom anchoring. So, which means we would cap the amount that any club could spend on their squad
Depends.
at 5x, right?
5x the bottom team.
Yeah. So the smallest central Premier League broadcasting and prize money payout.
Oh, that's crazy.
So,
man.
for example, in the 24-25 season, if the lowest earning club via broadcasting prize money earned earned X, right? Then the max a club could spend would be 5 times X. You know what I mean? So the idea is to basically relink the big club spending power more closely to smaller clubs' income, which will then reduce the gap between the wealthy and the less wealthy clubs and supposedly improve financial sustainability and keep the league competitive.
For me, I don't like it, man. Because just imagine you have a company, your company is prospering, doing well, and maybe you make $1 billion, and you're like, oh, due to the fact that a small company in your world is making XX amount,
we're going to cap your success.
You can't spend the amount that you're making because this smaller company is not able to make that. So you're only going to be able to spend 5 times X of what that small club is making. Imagine a club is making 50 million. That's the amount. You can only spend 5 times. That's 250 million, and you have 1 billion in income.
No, but listen. Okay, I get that. But
fair.
let's deal with the real number. So the proposed one now for the lowest broadcasting rights from the lowest club is 550 mil.
Yeah, but how many? Do you think just imagine who was the bottom club that came in? Southampton, right? They came in this year, and I guess maybe they're.
We're assuming allegedly they make 550. And then they go back down. No. From
so,
broadcasting.
Yeah. But after all the plus minus, they got like 100 mil something, 110, 100 something like that. So let's say 100 mil is what the bottom club comes in with, right?
That's it.
So
that's not. No, we can't. Let's. That's not a real number. Every club in the Premier League makes over 200 mil from broadcasting.
I'm talking, bro. Last season, let's use the 2023-2024 season. Who was the club that gets into the Premier League?
Who got from last year?
Yeah.
It was Southampton.
So the bottom team was Southampton. Who was the bottom team
last year? The bottom team. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
So we have 20.
I can't remember the top of my head right now.
20 clubs in the Prem. So whichever number the 20th club gets via broadcasting and all that media money and all that is what a club like Liverpool and Manchester United or Man
spend on
City
players.
Spend. Well, it's unfair, bruv. It's good for the lower bottom team, which is like for the Everton, the Brighton and whatnot. It's good. But for clubs who are making more money, who are generating more income like the Man City and whatnot, it's very bad, bro. Because, and that's how I say it from the club perspective, like the big clubs are going to suffer more than the smaller clubs. But for the smaller clubs, it's good because then they have the money power to fight with the bigger club, which is good for them. But player perspective as well, it's also good because right now, I feel like player salaries and wages and like transfers are just spiked for no reason. Like every player right now who have a good season is over 100 mil. It's like 100 mil. Like then the next season, value drops. So for me,
it would bring down it would be easier to buy players that are really good because they are not like exorbitantly like
But we don't
they're
know.
cost
Though.
high
We don't know how.
within England. The problem is when it becomes international.
Exactly.
That's the only thing where
So,
it would be
bro-
like, there's no. It's this current system wouldn't govern Europe. It would just govern England.
Exactly, and I feel like it's unfair.
Oh, sorry. Just another caveat. Or 9 teams are governed by UEFA, so they'd have to do that because of FFP.
Right.
FFP governs
Yes.
every UEFA competition.
Okay.
So they'd have to bear in mind the rules of UEFA and the rules of this. But from positions, the red, because there's only 9 teams, the other 11 teams are just, but they're not playing in UEFA. So it's like,
Yeah, but just imagine you're trying to buy someone like Kylian Mbappe, which we know for sure is over 100 mil player,
yeah.
and you're trying to bring him to England. So that means a team like Brighton.
But you have 550 to play with.
Exactly my point. Like, say you want.
But that's a
Kylian
lot of
Mbappe.
money.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
just saying maybe your problem in your team is like a proper striker, and your main target, your number one target, is someone like Kylian Mbappe. And for you to bring him in, you have to pay him over 100 mil. That means player like Kylian Mbappe, you won't, as a club, won't want to spend that money on that kind of player because you know it's gonna affect your other players that you're trying to, your other transfer, right?
But I think I understand what you're saying, which is valid. But I also think like because it will have a knock-on effect. So people who are selling to England will know they can't ask for exorbitant prices because
So
they
do you
know
think-
situation in England, like they don't spend like that no more. So I think this might have a trickle-down effect where now the talent is not now coming to England because they're not going to be paid as much.
That's
Because it's
one.
like they come to England because it's the
They
best
want the
league. They
money.
come here
That's
because it's
one.
the best type of football. They come
Right.
here also because you're going to be
You
paid bank.
well.
You know what I mean? You are paid well. So it's interesting, but there's a vote on the 21st. I think it's a Friday. So before the actual game week, we will know, I think, if it's 4 and this wins, it'll probably start next season.
Right,
But the PFA, which is the Players Union,
right.
which is weird that they are a players union because they're one of the few unions where their members don't pay like to be part of the union. Like if you go to any other union, some of your salary is going to the union, you know.
Yes.
In the Prem, no, bro.
Yeah.
They are threatening under like some like rights, like
Rights
laws,
activists, yeah.
not like competition laws, and like they're fighting for the players. But I don't know, because I think most clubs want this.
Of course,
Because
if I'm a club like Brighton and Wolves, I would want it
yeah,
too.
or like Crystal Palace, they benefit a lot. The
of
middle
course.
clubs benefit a lot
Of
from
course,
this.
I would want it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But if I'm a club like Manchester City or Chelsea or Liverpool and whatnot,
Who want to compete not just domestically but internationally.
is unfair.
Yeah, I mean,
That's how I said.
because they'll be capped outside. Yeah,
Huh?
they'll be
Because
capped outside.
One, speaking of which, like, is also gonna make Premier League. I feel like it might. I don't know. This is just my perspective right now. It might make the Premier League go down because right
Go
now the
down in
Premier
what
League,
aspect?
like
Quality?
quality, bro. Quality, because right now Premier League is the best league in the world.
Because this is where the money is. This is where the
Besides
eyes are.
money, this is where the play. This is where you go to test if you're a good player.
Yeah.
You know, because we've all known that when players leave Premier League and go to other leagues, they do good. They're over in those leagues, stuff. So Premier League is where you as a player wants to go to test if you are actually that guy. And now that you can be able to like get as much money, you can be able to like get to the top of the top clubs because of financial rules or whatnot, it's gonna make the league very low, and leagues like League One and whatnot, who are able to like pay you the amount you want, is gonna go higher. And I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan of it. I feel like,
So you'd rather have PSR?
bro, even the PSR, it hasn't really done something positive for the game. He's just been one
they've been
controversy.
penalized. People have been
Exactly.
penalized, like the Evertons, the Nottingham Forest.
Forest,
They've been deducted points.
It's just
and all of
one
that.
controversy after the other with PSR, bruv. I feel like all the schools trying to manage the game and whatnot, it's so
It's
much,
come
man.
because of they said that it's too much money. It's not sustainable. So the issue, I don't know a business where, like, nah, you're making too much money.
Exactly what I'm trying to say, bro.
I don't,
What do you see?
like in other
like-
industries,
it's
you're
like-
praised for it.
Exactly.
As long as you abide, you pay your taxes, you what. But you know what this will do? I think it'll accountants. This is like will be in demand if this comes into play.
Yes.
Because finding loopholes is what Chelsea do.
Yes.
Now other clubs
We're
will implore that. It's like
Yeah.
we're gonna find ways
Yeah.
to make. So it will probably be okay because 85% of my wages, agent fees and transfers, only 85% is capped, right?
Right.
So what will happen is like, okay, instead of, we won't count these as wages, these will be bonuses.
Yes.
These won't be bonuses. We'll buy you a house. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It
There's
becomes
definitely
very
a
murky.
loophole, yeah.
Unless, I don't know what like whatever, when they sign it and it's like, this is a vote, the rules have to be so ironclad.
About this.
They're not ironclad now and people been figuring things out,
There's
you know?
still, even when it's ironclad, there's still gonna be one way to finesse the system. That's
Yeah.
what people do.
People
That's
been
what
finessing
clubs
the
do.
system, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So, Man City, bro, they got charged with 115 and they got
Still
charged.
nothing.
Still nothing.
No, they've
So
been charged.
they-
Nothing's been convicted. We
You
don't know.
get me?
It's still up in the
there's
air.
still like loopholes to go through all those things, and I feel like they're still gonna find loopholes to do this if it gets voted in. But personally, I'm not a fan of it, man, because I feel like it's like leave football for football, and I don't want all this drama of you trying to tell me you're making too much money and it's not good.
Yeah.
Like,
So
from
yeah.
fair.
So what the PFA, the
football,
union
yeah.
is arguing, or because they're threatening legal action, what they are arguing are legal and competition law risks.
Mm,
So because it must align with the what you call it, the employment law,
right.
competition law, and possibly the EU,
Okay.
because you don't just play in England, you also play outside of
Internationally,
England.
Yeah.
So the proposals may be subject to challenging these, like to challenge that. It's like I have the right to be competitive. If I'm competitive, I'm rewarded for being the best I can be,
Yes.
and the reward for that is
It's money.
money. It's
Finance.
financial,
Yeah.
but you're being it's
You know what I think? I think like since this whole PSR anchoring and all this, I feel like they're trying to Americanize the game a lot because this is something.
yeah, it's very NFL and
NFL,
NBA
you know?
type thing.
This is something,
Yeah.
and the difference is in America with the NFL and the NBA and whatnot,
There'll be this trading.
it's
Yeah.
trading.
It might
And this is something that the rules has been there since the beginning
of
the game,
time, because
you
maybe
know?
they foresaw it's like people like will become too expensive to compete. Like in the NBA, you barely know who's finna win the league the next
Exactly.
year.
And
You know what I mean?
might be playing for this club today, and next year
You're
you've been
traded, you're
traded
gone.
to someone else, and you as a player might not even know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And but in the Prem, it's not like that.
It's not like
Football is different, bro.
It's different.
You know, so I feel like trying to Americanize the game, whereby the game is not just an England game, it's an international European game. You know, trying to do that, it's just not right.
I was thinking, like when you just said that, I'm thinking of a world where players are not bought anymore, but
They're
traded.
Imagine trading Haaland to like Wolves stuff.
Like,
How would you feel as a player if you were Haaland and Man City comes to you the next day and be like, "Oh, we're gonna send you to Wolves and we're taking."
you know why it wouldn't work? It's because of status. It's because you're taking me from where? From City to where? To Wolves? Like, you know,
feel me?
I think it's different in like the NBA or the NFL. Oh, you're taking me from LA, you're taking me to
So
Houston. And from Houston, you're taking me to the
Miami.
Suns, to Miami.
know,
It's like, you know,
it's still nice city and you still get paid the same.
Yeah.
You know,
It doesn't.
But exactly.
The reason why it wouldn't work is because, let's say, from City, like Holland to Wolves cannot afford to pay you what you're worth.
Exactly.
Whereas in the NFL and thing, it's
They
like the
can
money
still
is
afford,
it's
yeah.
like it's lack of a better word, and this like the pool of money, it's like they pull from the same place.
Yes.
I don't know how
It's like the monopoly.
they make money.
They get the monopoly bank and just take the money from there and distribute it. But
They get first picks. Like you go first to pick who you want.
exactly.
What in like here in Europe, it's free for all, bro.
It's free for all.
You
If
do
have
your
the
scouting.
money,
Like what
yes.
happens to scouts at the end of the day?
There's no need for scouts.
Because
anymore.
now I can just take anything from where. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's
Speaking on that, I was watching Depay. You know, it's
Memphis,
playing,
yeah.
Memphis Depay is playing in Brazil.
Brazil.
Now, and the club can't-
Santos, no? There's no pay. What's he playing?
Corinthians.
Corinthians, yeah.
And the club can't afford to pay him anymore. Not like pay him because he has all these bonuses of like 2 armored trucked, penthouse of an hotel with swimming pool, have like personal chefs, 2 bodyguards, and like there's just so many bonuses for him playing in the club. And all these bonuses is affecting the club because they're not even in the top. They're fighting relegation right now.
Really?
Or they're in the middle. They're not like fighting for the league or something.
Yeah.
And it's affecting their finances. So they're trying to like appeal to him to cut down on most of all these expenses, like living in a penthouse with swimming pool indoor and all that jazz.
Yeah.
You know, yes, he's a player. He deserves it, but he's been the highest paid player in the league. That the second highest paid player in the club
It's miles below.
bro, it's miles below. He's earning like maybe let's say 12 million, and the second highest is like 3 million, bro.
Yeah, the
That's
cap
a
is
lot
huge.
of money. You know,
Okay, that's the price you pay for
so
wanting the guy.
exactly. So now imagine we're trading Haaland from like Man City to Wolves. How do you think that's gonna?
They're
be
gonna
fair?
pay. Yeah, Corinthians knew. I don't know why they would like agree
No,
to sign him for 12M, knowing that it's not sustainable.
I mean, maybe it's a risk, you know.
It's a
like,
risk.
you
Maybe
know,
we win and we get
exactly.
money. Yeah,
If
yeah.
they would have won, it would have been good
Different
for the club,
situation,
you know.
different
But now that
situation.
they are not, it's affecting them. So that's the risk they were able to.
So do you see that
They throw the dice.
with this new system, do away with that?
Yeah, but I feel like it's not gonna be sustainable though.
I think we're too far gone. Maybe if this was the 50th year of the Premier League, okay, maybe. Bro, we're like 30 years deep.
Exactly, bro.
Like,
it's been a long
it's been a
time.
long time. But the thing is, yeah, this vote is going to be interesting, bro.
We'll see how
Really,
it
really
goes.
interesting. Because the clubs have to vote. The club captains
Have to vote
have to
as
give
well.
their voice as well because they are the players.
Right.
But now, are you employed by Chelsea, employed by United, and you know where United stands? Are you going to vote against your club, the guys who are paying you?
Of course not.
Exactly.
Of
So
course not.
it's I don't know what this vote is for. I mean, it's because you got to vote. But like, if you had the power, would they give it to you, type of thing?
No, of course not. Like, even if I play for like a City, like right now, the way I feel, and I'm playing for like Manchester City or Liverpool or Manchester United or Chelsea,
Yeah.
like the top 6 or the big clubs, right? And they're like, oh, I'm like, oh, no, I think this is fair. I'm going to vote against it. No, because it's not fair to me as a player.
Yeah.
But even playing for a team like Brighton and Wolves and like Southampton and who's like Aston Villa, bro, I'm going to vote for yes because it's going to benefit me, you know, in the long
Coming
run.
in.
And that's how I see it, man.
Yeah, give us your thoughts, man. What you think? Hit us up in the comments. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, IG.
You know.
We'll be interested to hear what you think about that.
Yeah.
Moving into our second. I don't know if you brought your top 10. This is, however, I must say this. This is our preliminary top 10 predictions. So we'll give our official ones in January, like we did last year.
Okay.
And we cannot change from that.
Okay.
The one we make in January,
Is the
no holds bars.
I
It's
will-
the Royal Rumble. It's the WrestleMania.
Is there gonna be a championship at
It's
the
a
end
you,
of the day?
you stick by it because that one, if you
Do we
lose
have a
it, there's
championship belt for whoever got
there's
it?
consequences. There's consequences to that. I don't know if you brought yours, but I have my top 10. Not that I don't know that you
Who do
did. You
think
should
is
have.
gonna win the league? Do you think Arsenal is gonna bottle the league?
Let me give you my top 10. Starting from 10. 10th, I have Bournemouth.
Okay.
8th, I have Spurs.
Okay.
8th, I have Newcastle.
7.
7th, I have Sunderland.
Wait, you said
10th, Bournemouth. 9th, Spurs.
Okay.
8th,
Eighth,
Newcastle. 7th, Sunderland.
Okay.
6th, United. 5th, Palace. 4th, Liverpool. 3rd,
Chelsea.
Arsenal. 2nd, Chelsea.
Ooh.
1st, City.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's up right now. That's up right now.
Wait, first of all, I'm surprised you give me United 6. I'm like, damn. And then it keeps going, and I'm like, whoa.
Do you know why? Okay, where's your question coming first? Is it coming at United?
Okay, no. First question. Why do you have Arsenal third? They are the best.
That's where you want to start.
Now. Yeah.
Do you know why I'm giving Arsenal third?
You think they're gonna battle?
I think it's about the pressure. I think, I think.
So you think
Arsenal
fold under pressure?
Because the pressure is not only on the team now as themselves, it's also on the manager. He feels it. So the pressure is on both ends.
What's the pressure though?
To win. Like, can you handle it?
To win?
Yeah, no, like to win the league. To win
okay.
the league. Like, I think it's gonna be too much for them. Not that they're gonna lose like games.
Right.
I think they're gonna draw way too many. But I think they've lost 2 or 1, if I'm not mistaken.
1 or 2. They've drawn 1 or 2 as well and lost 1 or 2. I don't really know the number, but I know they've had a draw and they've lost a game or 2.
Yeah. So that's I think also Gabriel went out yesterday.
I saw that.
So I saw that this is also a factor in my thinking. I'm like, Gabriel's out. We don't know how long. But even if it's like they have a good squad, they do have a good squad.
Do you think Saliba will be able to be a good pair with someone like maybe Calafiori?
Calafiori is out as well.
Oh,
yeah, so those 2 are out yesterday. We don't know. We'll see by the weekend, by the press conference, what Arteta says. But sorry, listeners. But yeah, what was they saying?
Arsenal folding under pressure.
Yeah, I think they'll fold under pressure, but it's because we've never seen them do it. Literally, this is their only year to do it. Because everyone is catching up.
I can't say their only year, but this is the year.
This is the year to do it, bro.
This is their year. If they don't do it this year, it's gonna be a problem.
But I say, because they want to do it on all fronts. I don't. They want to do it in the Champions League. They want to also do it in the Cups. They also want to do it in the Prem. I don't think they have it to do it in all of them and give it 100%. I think it will affect them in the Prem.
Okay, which one do you think they're gonna go for the most? You think?
Oh, sorry. I don't rate their attack like that as well. The defense, I really like that defense is.
But you say
solid.
Defense wins league.
It does win leagues.
Yeah,
it does win leagues, but you gotta score goals as well. You
So,
gotta score the goals as well. It
one-
doesn't scare me.
Which cup or trophy do you think is their main goal?
Oh, they want the Prem.
Or the Prem.
The Prem.
The Prem.
The Prem is what they want because they've come too close all the time. They haven't made a final in Europe, so I don't think it phases them that much.
They haven't made a final in Europe.
The last one was the Europa. What you talk with us, and we beat them. Like that's their last final
they won
in
the
Europe.
FA.
It's not Europe. It's FA. You know what I mean? And you could argue that wasn't Arteta's team. It was Emery's. So you could argue so many things.
Arteta was the coach though.
So, but Arteta was the coach.
Yeah.
But
so it's like you saying Ancelotti.
No, that's why when you bring that it wasn't his team. That's why I make that point. It's like it's Arteta. He won it. It was Slot. He won it. He won it with the team. So they're really good defensively, but that's all it is. And they're really, really good on their day, depending on the pairing in midfield. Attack, I don't rate that much. They can score goals. Don't get me wrong.
But their defenders score more goals than their attackers.
Yeah, it's more of a. I'll give Arteta that. It's more of a team. You don't really know where your goals might come from. But watching that Sunderland game where they drew 2-2,
we won.
You just got to be physical. you just got to be physical with them. You just got to be physical with them.
Fight it.
And I think that game wasn't about who's the better team. It was about desire.
Exactly.
That's why I put it. It's desire that you can't coach. And I think with Arsenal, they might have the desire, but it will cap their quality and ability to actually do it. That's just what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's why I put them third.
Okay.
Like that, where I see where that desire is high, but the ability to actually get across the line will happen across like 6 games, where it hasn't been results they had possibly wanted out of all 6 games. That's what lends them third.
What's your next game? What are they playing?
Spurs.
That's a good game.
That's a good game. It's a derby, but I don't trust Spurs to do anything to Arsenal.
It's not about Spurs though. Like their coach, is
who? Arteta.
No. Like Spurs coach
Frank.
Yeah, Frank. I rate him so much.
I rate him as well.
You know, so I feel like he's gonna go into that game like wanting it. But now, Arsenal, knowing Spurs has been ups and down, are they gonna have the same desire as Spurs have in the throughout that game?
It's a derby, so we never know.
Exactly.
It's a London
derby.
It's going to be the first time I'm not supporting Spurs,
bro.
But like, I'd want a draw.
Spurs,
I'd want a draw.
Nah. I'm sorry. I want Arsenal to drop more points.
I'm putting them third as well because like we can't deal with their fans.
And you have Liverpool fourth, right?
Yeah.
Why?
I have Liverpool because they haven't gelled in the Premier. I think the gel will come, but it will become too late. It will come too late to actually like challenge for the title. They will be in the running. Actually, like the top 4, I don't think the gap will be too much. But I think once they settle down, it'll just leave them at 4th.
And Man City, you have them at 2nd. No, Chelsea, you have at 2nd.
Chelsea, I have at 2nd.
Why?
I have Chelsea at 2nd because I don't think we're good enough to win it yet.
You think
on a consistent basis.
But you think you're good enough to like...
We're good enough to be 2nd. We're good enough to be 2nd. Sanchez?
With Sanchez?
Sanchez has been... bro, Sanchez of last season and Sanchez has been unbelievably good. We're the 2nd in top sheet.
As well? With Sanchez and Tosin as your defense.
Listen, I'm making the prediction on hopefully in January we also do something with that defense.
Okay. So you think you guys are gonna go into the
in January? Yeah, we have to. We have to do something. Like you gotta.
Well, what's your club saying? Like, what's the noise? You think you guys are going to buy a defender? What's the noise around your club?
The market is Mark Gurhey at Palace. If we're gonna buy him, we'd have to like pay like a premium, even though he's out of contract in
next year.
In
2006.
Yeah, in June. June,
sorry.
It'll be like a trend situation. Get him before, but pay a premium type of thing. I don't know if that works in January. I really don't know. But I would like a Bastoni. But Bastoni is also gonna cost you an arm and a leg. I don't know.
Okay, imagine when this anchoring come in. You won't be able to get those players.
Bro, we have Strasbourg. Like I really don't mind.
Saying,
like we have players on loan. Like I'm not even like on a money thing. I'm never worried about Chelsea
because you got players.
We got players. We got infrastructure. We have an infrastructure in place where even if it's do or die, we're banned from transfers. Like we got players on loan everywhere in the world. We bring them back. You know what I mean?
But the noise around your club right now in terms of transfer and player rumors.
We just got a new kid, 16-year-old.
I saw that.
Adonis.
I saw that.
He's a highly rated centre back, 16 years old, but that's 2028, bro.
Yeah.
We're talking about now. We don't know.
So,
like right now,
so the
bro,
noise
December,
around
end
your
of December, we'll know.
Is getting a defender or midfielder.
That's the fans, not the club.
I know,
the club is fine.
Saying,
yeah,
like
fans.
The
yeah.
noise, the rumor.
Yeah.
What fans want is defenders.
We'd want a defender, just one centre back, because Colwell will come back. But we're in a situation with Wes Fofana where like he's fit right now, but you can't trust something that hasn't been fit until it proves it. You know what I mean? Reece James, thank God, touch wood, nothing happens. He's been fit for over his last. Like he was out for like
he's
4. He's been
fit for a long time.
For a long time now. Yeah. 11 months he's been fit.
Right.
That's good. He's playing every 3 days. He's playing 90s. I hope Tuchel, please, bro.
Okay.
Don't play him on Tuesday.
Who do you have on fifth again?
In fifth position, I have. Let me check. Fifth position, I have Palace. I think they are very solid defensively, but obviously because I think it will be the first time where they've been in these positions, the pressure of that alone will play on their minds. But I think they're good enough to be fifth. I think you also think they're good enough to be fifth.
Hey,
I think the momentum from that FA, from that Community Shield, is this.
For me, they're good enough top 10. I don't know if it's fifth.
Plus, they're in the conference, so they could win the conference,
We'll
and that
we'll see.
because it's their first time playing all these competitions, the first time, so I can't put them above that.
Okay, and you have Sutherland at 8.
No, I have Sunderland in 7th.
7th.
I have them in 7th because, all right, this is a very good for a recently promoted team. It's never, bar Leicester who won the league. This is the next best thing. So I put them there because you're playing one game a week, so you're good.
So you don't think they're gonna pull up a Leicester type thing?
They don't have the quality. The quality in the other teams is way too much.
But they had the quality to win, to draw against Arsenal.
Yeah, but not over 38
Chelsea.
games. I don't think that proves that yields a profit over 38 games.
But so far they've been, especially with the top.
They've only
teams.
lost 2. Yeah, among the top. Yeah, but it's game week. It was 11
fair,
games.
fair,
Yeah.
And
But this is just currently. It might change.
At 6, bro. Why? I'm curious to hear your thought. Because
I have
why I'm saying this, I remember before the beginning of the first week of the season and whatnot, you said we'll be fortunate to even be top 10.
Yeah, and this is fortunate.
Top 15.
And I might be
now
wrong.
You have them on 6.
Yeah, but these are prelims, bro. The final's coming in January. This might
So
change.
why
But
do you
right
have them
now,
on 6?
why I'm saying this, oh my God, I must caveat this with that game against Tottenham was terrible. Both sides, y'all were bad, really bad. Quality-wise, I was really disappointed. But in that game, what I'll take from the positives in that game, I said this in last week's episode, they are playing like a team, and I don't know what they are playing for, but they are playing for something, and I could see it in the patterns of play. Even though it was that game maybe in isolation was a very bad game, maybe because of the history of the final in Europa, but it wasn't a nice match to watch, quality-wise. But from the glimpses that I saw, you're playing like a team, so it could get you. Because also how big United is, that being big will also the players it'll give them that okay, we are United, let's do something, and this would be your best finish in I don't know how many years now, but but yeah,
that's
so
funny to say when we've been winning trophies and our was finished.
yeah, no,
Okay.
we're not talking about
but
the car, but it's just strictly Prem. But that's why I think you're good enough to finish as of right now. And I don't know if what's your perspective on that? Speaking, do you see yourself judging from right now, 7th, above 7th?
Bro, right now, I can't say whatnot, but my thoughts on United has always been top 10. Where in the top 10, I don't know. But that has always been from the beginning of the season. That's what I said, And I hope that we'll be able to be in that top 10 because I want to see us play European football next season.
Because 7 puts you Conference League.
I know. I'm just saying I want to see us play European football next season.
Yeah.
Right
and
now,
City, why I put City at first is Haaland. He scores. He scores way. He's a machine. He scores way too much.
Speaking on that, if Haaland gets injured, do you think their goals are gonna stop? Do you think because right now Haaland is the guy that's been the game changer at City. So if you take Haaland out of the equation,
I think there's goals elsewhere as well. That attack is just it's too premium. It's too premium, bro.
No, bro. If Haaland is out, who's gonna be there?
Bro, if you take out the number 9, you're taking away some goals, but you got you've got goals in Mamouche, you've got goals in Doku, you've got goals in Bernardo. You got goals there. You got goals.
No doubt.
But yes, if Haaland goes out, it's a bit tricky. But he doesn't have a record of being out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like
speaking on that United Hotspurs game, bro. Hotspurs game. It was just funny that deja vu with Richarlison taking off his shirt,
bro.
And then
I thought it was done. Like when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, it's done, bro.
Bro, it was the same thing that happened at Liverpool.
Yeah.
And it's just funny, man.
It's done.
Situation.
Yeah, it's done.
But speaking on United, I feel like our problem right now is our midfield. Because I noticed there's a trend going on that if Casemiro plays, we rarely lose a game.
Did you see him yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Joga
Whenever Casemiro is on the game or is on the field,
yeah,
we've only lost like 3 games with Casemiro in it, and he busts down midfield. But whenever he's out of the field, that's when goals comes in. Like we've only considered like 3 goals with Casemiro on the field, but when he's out, the goals comes in. I don't know why.
It's that experience, bro. So he's level-headed when he plays.
Yes.
As much as I like despise United, but like Casemiro is he's good experience, and I'm sure he's good in the dressing room as well. Yeah. It's like, but when you do take him out, there's consequence. He can't be playing every 3 days, so you can't expect him to be. You're not even playing every 3 days. He can afford to be in there. So, but if he does go out, it's a problem.
So that's the thing. I just feel like our problem is the midfield. We can fix that situation. I think United might finish 5th. If possible, bruv. Yeah. I think I see us playing in Europa next season. That's why I see United playing in Europa. With the way they're playing right now. I see us playing in Europa.
Europa it is.
Yeah. So
now we're still in the Champions League. I think, like I said, we finished 2nd. I see us in the Champions League again.
Aiming for Champions League is like overreaching or something like that.
I mean, bro, shoot for the stars, you hit one. You know what I mean? So like,
but I see European competition next season. I see that.
Yeah.
My top 10. I didn't really.
Give me a top 3. Just give me a top 3 before we head out.
I think we have. I want to say Man City, Arsenal, and probably Sunderland might be 3rd or 4th. I see Chelsea 3rd or 4th as well.
Sunderland, really? 3rd?
I see them around that. I see Sunderland around top 10.
But therefore, top 3, bro.
Top 3?
That's all I ask for.
Top 3, I'm going to go with Man.
Everywhere you go, it's like you tend to say, no, you turn that way, no.
But be fair, if I'm going to be pragmatic, it's like Man City, Arsenal, and let me say Chelsea. That's so far.
That's an honest take. Yeah. In January we'll revisit this with a proper solidified vibe, and that was going till the end.
I want to hear Emmanuel's opinion. We already know Emmanuel's going to say Arsenal.
That's all right. Thank you all for listening. This next part of the podcast is with a good and dear friend of mine, Tumetse, who is in sports law and works at Real Madrid. Stay tuned for this. All right.
Hey.
Hi, good people. We're sitting with a good friend right now, Tumetse Pilani.
Hola.
Interesting story. I went to high school with her, and now she's out here living her life in Spain, working for Real Madrid. I'm like, what is going on?
That story was gonna go on, like,
bro. I had to stop it.
I know you're gonna spill something. Okay, what happened in high school?
No.
That's like a random side plot.
No.
Okay, off record. That's gonna be
strictly
off record.
platonic over here.
That's gonna be off record.
Yeah. Well, how you been, dog?
I've been great. Like, honestly, living my best life here in Spain. Like, literally living my dream career.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so happy and so amazing to like just do something out of football. And a lot of people don't realize that, the amount of opportunities that are within the sport, that apart from actually being a football player.
Yeah.
Or like an owner of a club or a manager.
Yeah.
There's so much that goes into the background. So yeah, I'm a background player.
Yes, sir. So when the managers are out there, we take the backroom stuff. They be thanking you, basically.
Good for you.
Yes,
Okay.
because
Quick
when they
question.
want to tell me that they want this player, then I have to sort out the like actual negotiations of it as the football agent, and then also draft the contracts and do everything behind the scenes that
Let's take it
really
back to
makes
the
the transfer
beginning
go
then.
on.
Alright.
Let's start from
Yeah,
the beginning.
yeah.
Which team do you support?
Come on, bro. You think I'd call somebody
Chelsea.
else?
No.
Tell him.
Which team do you support?
Chelsea.
Chelsea!
Okay, now we're gonna end this podcast.
Chelsea.
Bye.
It's like, oops, sorry, but Millie gets me. Millie gets me.
Yeah, bro.
I got the egg just hearing
Yeah.
that.
Just by looking at him, yeah. What do you think he supports?
In United.
Oh, thank you. Look at it. Look at.
What can I
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, he's a United fan.
We're one of the best in the
Yeah,
country
you
in
can
the
just
world.
tell.
You can
You
just
can
tell.
always
You can
tell.
just tell. What does that mean?
It's just a vibe. You guys
Is it
give off a
written on-
kind of like,
What'd you say?
Not worse than
but
Arsenal though.
no offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I don't know. I don't know what's worse between Arsenal and like United. Yeah.
Come on.
No,
Don't
the
say
fans
that.
are worse.
Don't
The-
say
the-
that.
the
But wait, what do you
Arsenal
mean
ones?
by just looking at me, you can tell I'm a
United fans are
fan?
sickly.
Yeah.
We're sounding?
Yeah.
We
You're
sound
sickly.
Sickly.
Putting a bomb on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you feel good,
Yeah.
huh? No worries.
No,
Next time we're gonna have a
seriously.
United fan on call.
Now it's rarely that I'm sitting with with the Chelsea fan who understands.
So
The hatred.
No one doesn't understand.
No, yeah, he's here sometimes, but it's those days where I feel like, oh, I'm supported.
Okay. So what do you?
Yeah,
what do you
yeah.
actually
It'd be
do
like that
for-
sometimes.
Yeah,
what do you
let's take
actually-
it back. How
yeah.
did this even come about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know me, Millie. Like back in school, so my whole dream and aspiration was actually to be a musician.
Yeah. Well, she can
And,
sing, bro.
you
Let's
know,
get it.
She sings for
I
real,
think
for
I got
real.
a curse for you. Just we got to stay locked in. No worries. After the off.
you know. But like, you know, my African mother was like, "Darling, please do something more serious." So I chose law.
Yeah.
Absolutely miserable until I discovered sports law because my professor in uni, he is really cool because he's director of Cricket South Africa, and he's also he was on the board of the World Athletics,
Yeah.
previously known as IAAF, the
Yeah.
Diamond League. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like he welcomed me into this whole different new like realm of law, just mainly focused on athletes and sports.
Yeah.
And regulating the sports that be and things that we know best. And yeah, ever since, and I knew that I wanted to work in that. I did internships with the one sports law firm in South Africa. And then I decided to do my agent's exam, my FIFA agent's exam in 2023.
And this was
Yeah,
just
with my
broad
arse off.
sports, nothing specific yet.
Yeah, so I particularly want to work in football. Like that's my niche that I'd like to focus on and what I am doing right now. So yeah, did my FIFA agents exam, became a football agent. I've been working as one for like the last year and a half, a bit more than that.
Yes, sir.
And then also now as a sports lawyer.
Ooh, look at her.
That's very good.
Like when I first saw it on Instagram, it's like you're traveling to Spain, and I was like, why are you finna do that? And she said, I'm doing some year thing at Real Madrid. I was like, what?
How does your African mom feel right now about that?
I mean, no, she still doesn't understand what sports law is, but she's like, you know what, I have a job, it works.
So tell us
But
what
I
is
mean,
sports law?
everyone else is gassed, yeah?
So what is sports law?
Sports law, this is an interesting topic that we always debate that, is sports law its own kind of discipline or is it a multidisciplinary discipline? And I would say that it's both. Sports law is essentially just the law that regulates, sporting federations, bodies, matches, organizations and all of that. But at the same time, it's also its own unique realm in the fact that, you have to have specialist knowledge, for example, in anti-doping.
Yeah.
Anti-doping is the only thing that's uniquely sports law.
Yeah.
But then where people say, but it's not its own discipline, is because it's multidisciplinary, is when labor issues come into play. What else? Freedom of movement, competition law,
Yeah.
other branches of law just come in. So yeah, it's forever changing. I think sports lawyers are also trying to define it, but right now we can't really define it.
Okay. So then the Madrid thing, how did that link happen? Because you're girl in South Africa, now in Madrid.
Yes, I did my master's in sports law here in Madrid. And then a part of it, it's compulsory to do an internship. So they like really encourage all of us to find internships anywhere. So I applied to Real Madrid and got in. And you'd be surprised, like I got in by, I think they liked the fact that I didn't like Real Madrid. 'Cause I'm not a Madrid fan at all.
I know. She's Barca.
Yeah.
Even
of
worse.
course, most Chelsea fans
Yeah.
are Barca.
No, but she's Barca and Madrid. Are
I'm
like, okay,
Barca.
come. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Venaki.
And you know, I told them, I was like,
Big
listen,
dog.
guys, like, I don't like your team, but I like the way you run your business and I like the way you work. You honestly, you are the best and the most successful football club in the world. And the way you run your business is the best. No one else is doing it like you, and I want to be a part of that. And I'd be stupid to pass up that opportunity.
Yeah. And how was that experience then?
How has it been?
Oh, it
how
was
long have you been- how long have you
amazing.
been working with Madrid right now?
Since April.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's this couple of months been?
Yeah, it's been amazing. I mean, the facilities are amazing. Real Madrid City, Valdebebas, like I've never seen anything like it. Like everything is centralized from their academy to just, you know, the first team players. So what we managed to do, we assisted with the like contract of Huizen and Trent, and like we didn't get to see them. Like we didn't get to see any of the players, but like yeah, they were like do the work. But yeah, really amazing. Like our offices are overlooking the fields where they train. It's really cool.
This is the life, huh?
So,
Yeah.
one more question: what are the pros of cons of like you working and seeing all these things? Like, what are the you coming in from South Africa, a fan of the game,
Yeah.
and whatnot, and now working like
Within the sport.
like besides the player, you see them. I don't know how often you see them, but you see things that most fans don't see. So, what do you think are the
Yeah.
pros and cons of this?
First con that I would say is that your life is not your life. You don't have free time. Any opportunity that they can take from you of your free time, they will take it. So it's specifically in like transfer window, like occasions and times. I like in the summer, I would be out having dinner with my friends. It's midnight and I get a call from my boss saying you have to call a client and deal with this and that and that. So I would say that's it's the reality of like the sport though. Like everything's constantly changing with the over commercialization of it. Like there's so much urgency in it and you have to be on top of it or else someone else is going to steal that opportunity from you.
So you're telling us basically
So I would say,
you are Tumetse Romano. That's what you are saying.
a little bit. I hate sports journalists though. Like that's my little thing. Sports journalists fuck up everything that we do.
They hate everything that you do
They mess up everything that we do in the
because
background.
it always
as, like,
gets
sports
out.
lawyers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait.
And like they really like compromise the integrity of transfers and the negotiations.
Yeah, because it can break down because now it's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, now there's added pressure, which can help either party, but honestly, it
So how do
really
they
doesn't
find
serve us at
out?
all.
How do they find out? Because someone's clearly telling these journalists.
Oh yeah, it's people. It's literally people within.
Yeah.
It's all insider information. Like Fabrizio knows people in Real Madrid. He knows people in Barcelona. Like people who are a part of these negotiations. They are telling him.
Allegedly.
And you know, for a cost, though, for a price. Allegedly. Allegedly, yo.
Don't get us. Don't get
Yo.
us.
Like shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So like,
No.
are they any like specifically speaking with like transfers? Are there any things that we really as fans do not know and are not privy to? Maybe not even privy to. That's like because then you wouldn't be able to tell us. But like, what are the things that we would think are happening but are not happening?
I would say like I think a common misconception is that
Yeah.
you know it's an easy kind of transaction as a club wants a player and a player wants to leave, done, negotiate and that's it. But no, because there's a whole lot going on in terms of like the legal framework of that. With the different like associations and federations, like actual internal regulations such as financial fair play, financial sustainability. Like I've had a transfer nearly crumble because of that.
Yeah.
Because of
So
financial fair
that's
play.
the thing. you have to like make the numbers balance, and they have to add up before
have
you can
to.
actually sign that contract. And if they don't, and big problem is that players want bigger salaries that can't really be accommodated by the club because of these regulations. So trying to find like a middle ground between that is the difficult part, and it can really make or break a transfer.
We were just speaking about this because we were talking about these
Premier
new
League
wage anchoring they want to bring in,
Right.
and they're going to vote for on the 21st. We were thinking about what other industry is like sort of like penalized for like, nah, you're making too much money. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah. But you know what? I am for it. Call me the devil's advocate, because the thing is what we're saying, and I mentioned it, is that we're seeing an over commercialization of the game. So much money is running, and it's so easy like to become anti-competitive, and that's the whole point of these regulations, to maintain like competition. And especially between your top clubs and your lower clubs.
Explain that.
Like that's the whole point. So the financial sustainability, what it started out was financial fair play, but UEFA has now evolved into financial sustainability. And the whole premise is that is to basically keep the game sustainable, because right now what we've been seeing with transfers and people blowing 200 million on Neymar, 150 million on Caicedo, like the likes of that breaks the market completely, and it destroys the competitive, like it gives an unfair competitive advantage to the top clubs who can afford this, as opposed to, let's say, the likes of Burnley, the lower clubs. How are they supposed to compete? And at the end of the day, we still want to watch a football that's like really competitive. We're tired of seeing City win 5 leagues in a row, like season. Yeah.
They didn't win 5.
So we're trying to maintain that, that competitive nature. But it's so difficult with the amount of money that's running, and just it's a really interesting time to be a sports lawyer, because there's so many issues that are pressing. For example, I don't know if you guys have heard of the Diarra case.
No. What was that?
Alexander Diarra, so French football player, he was sacked from his football club, and he then took them to court and said, no, you fired me with unjust cause. And so basically that has completely changed the way that football is going to work and other sports, because sports have enjoyed a kind of independence from like national regulations. They've been able to regulate themselves. The autonomy of sports, they've always had this. Now with this Diarra case, because he wasn't happy with the FIFA decision, so he took them to the European courts, and the European courts have ruled on it. But the issue with that is they don't have specialist knowledge in sports law, so their initial ruling was like really off and didn't make sense, but they went back. But so now it's basically opened up a Pandora's box of athletes have the ability now to go beyond like the parameters of the sporting bodies, which has never been the case. So sports organizations are losing their autonomy.
So like this,
And then that's one of the things just changing everything.
So this anchoring stuff, speaking on the player wages and all that, how does it work in La Liga?
No idea what's happening. It keeps
don't worry about
telling me that I don't know. Work around it.
So in La Liga, is there stuff like this? Is there like a controlled wages for the players and the club? Like, is this anchoring?
La Liga's broke. That's all I know.
So the thing is, it's not in terms of the Liga regulations, but UEFA.
Yeah.
So this is all across.
Sorry, say that again. It's all across Europe.
European leagues, because this is mandated by UEFA and UEFA's regulations. And the best that like the respective leagues can do is try to apply that and like regularize their laws to match the UEFA regulations. Otherwise, they'll get fined if they don't do that. But essentially everyone in Europe has to comply with it.
So does UEFA govern La Liga, or only the competitions?
UEFA governs La Liga.
So UEFA cannot the Premier League, only the teams that play in UEFA competitions. So the 9 teams that are playing, because it's of Brexit, that's what happened. That's
So it's really interesting. But the thing is, it also governs the respective leagues, because the thing is, for a league to take part of UEFA competitions, they have to sign something that's called a sporting license, which athletes it works in a pyramidal kind of way. So athletes have to do it. Member associations like SAFA have to subscribe to, or the English FA, up towards the like actual confederation, which is UEFA. And for them to be able to participate in these competitions, they have to comply with the regulations and be governed by UEFA regulations.
Okay, so you're saying like all the teams, all the clubs, like in the Premier League, have to sign this sporting license to UEFA, but there are only like 9 teams in Premier League who are playing in
UEFA competitions.
UEFA competitions.
Yeah.
So are you saying that all the other teams who aren't playing in Europe,
The other 11 teams,
UEFA competitions are also
It's implicit.
supposed to
They
sign
all
this?
subscribe to it.
But
To
How so,
accommodate the
though?
changing
because
circumstances. It's because, in the changing circumstances that you may one day play in the Conference League, it's to allow for that. So it's kind of like a blanket license.
so
Okay.
are you
And it's not
saying-
even like a actual thing that you sign into, but by you choosing to join into these competitions, you are implicitly joining this. You're implicitly agreeing to this contract sporting license.
Okay, so it brings the question to what about teams that are playing in the lower leagues, like not the La Liga, like but La Liga 2. I don't know if that's what it's called.
I don't know.
Because like in the England we have like the EFL, which is like
Yeah.
the championship.
The championship,
right? So
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
division under La Liga. Are these clubs who are playing in a division below the La Liga division? Are they also supposed to sign the sports?
I think they're governed by separate.
Yes.
It's the same thing as well.
All
But
UEFA.
but that's unfair. Though. Like, why would they be paying money for not being in UEFA, but they're paying money to UEFA with the prosperity or with the thought of, oh, one day I might get into UEFA?
I have no idea what keeps happening. It just disappeared from my screen.
No,
Sorry.
Don't worry.
Right.
Don't worry about it. Dylan was just saying, like, why should us say
Yeah,
because
like, if I'm playing for like a Division 2 league, and you're saying I have to sign a sporting license to UEFA with the hopes of one day me playing in UEFA. So I'm paying UEFA money for not being part of them, but just with the hopes that one day I might play there. Like, I don't get it. That's unfair. That's me.
That's a
wasting
part of
money.
it for the competition aspect. However, it's a general thing that's required for just the regulation of the sport. Because the thing is, if lower divisions did not have this opens up a whole other conversation. There's just a difference between how American sports work and European sports. And European sports work
Yeah.
through a pyramidal cycle, and the rest of us follow that.
Yeah.
So there is a federation, confederation, member association, club,
So on.
player. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we were-
unfortunately, is that there needs to be some kind of regulation to govern the affairs. Otherwise, it would be a wild west, free for all, and we would see the abuse of players. We would see crazy things happening.
So you're for, okay, I heard your perspective that you're for this wage anchoring. But I'm saying,
Yes.
who does it benefit? Because it sounds like it's just crippling niggas
Bigger
at the
team.
top.
Yeah, the bigger teams.
Oh, man. Due to technical difficulty, this is where the section of Sports 101 with Tumetse will unfortunately end. There will be a part 2 to this, but due to a technical difficulty, we cannot carry on.
Yeah.
That was an interesting conversation with
real.
Tumetse. Very insightful. Things we didn't know, things that we do know now. But like, we'll be happy to actually bring her on next time. Maybe we'll try to get her in the summer.
Ooh.
During transfer.
Bro, it's gonna be nice. Maybe she's gonna give us feed us some inside information.
And we'll
you know?
be breaking exclusives here on the Bodega Babies podcast,
Yes,
boy.
sir. You already know. Then if you ask who's your sauce, you can say Bodega Baby Podcast.
Exactly. Fabrizio, we're coming for you, boy. We're coming for you. But thank you for tuning in, man. Show us some love. Give us a 5-star rating as it helps the podcast grow and it gets it to the hands and ears that need to hear this. Y'all have a blessed week, man.
Yeah.
That's from me, Melly, for my boy.
You already know. Big deal. In case you don't know, now you know. Stay tuned, baby.
God bless.